Thank you.
All right, everyone. Let's please welcome our defending champion, the winner of the 2024 Farmers Insurance Open, Matthieu Pavon, into the interview room. All right, Matthieu, how does it feel to be back at the place where you got your first ever PGA Tour victory?
Yeah, it feels great. Like a lot of souvenirs. It's all about like working around, playing those practice rounds, and then you can see yourself hitting the shots last year, feeling the emotions, getting back to you a little bit on what happened, and it was just awesome feeling just to watch, to experience this, and I mean it's obviously my first defense on the PGA Tour, so it's something very special.
First full defending champion tournament. I mean, first full season on tour last year as well. Just what expectations you have for yourself, not only this week, but in the 2025 season?
Yeah, well, I think the second year is always kind of the confirmation year. So that was a great rookie one, but now it's time to confirm. It's time to show up again and trying to win tournaments. It's a pretty big year for me because it's also a Ryder Cup year. This is one of my goals I've been chasing since I'm a kid. So yeah, a lot going on this year, and I can't wait to start the year really.
And you played in the Pro-Am this morning. Just what is the course playing like, and how is it rounding up to your game?
Yeah, I mean the course is tough. I think it plays definitely firmer and harder than last year. I mean obviously last year Monday was a very rainy day, so it kind of messed up the setup. But now it's firm. The rough, I think it's really thick as well. It was a bit cold in the morning, so the ball wasn't traveling a lot. So it feels like the golf course is really prepared to put the players all in a little bit troubles this week.
Beautiful. We're going to open up to questions now. Go ahead.
Matthieu, what was the reaction like on the DP World Tour and when you went home after winning this?
Yeah, so
was it crazy?
It took me a little bit of time, to be fair, because I stayed mostly in America before really going back home. So I was just like focused on going tournaments to tournaments and try to perform. And then when everything kind of stopped, I really realized how big was the hype in France. I mean, golf is not a huge sport in my country, and when you finally walk into restaurants and airports and people come to ask you pictures and talk to you, it's you feel like a soccer player, a rock star a little bit. So it's a funny feeling. That's nice to have a chance to experience that in my life. But I think overall on the DP Tour, it showed that players from DP are legit to come here and compete. As I said, I know many great players in Europe that are coming this year and will come in the maybe next year and show great performance on the PGA Tour. I think we have more and more depth on the DP Tour, and it's very nice that we can show it to the PGA Tour now.
Do you feel like you inspired other tour players over there to be over here with what you did?
Maybe a little. It just showed that it's possible to do it. I don't like inspire because for me it's a bigger picture. It's like bigger athletes than I am for now. It's like inspiring is like a guy like Tiger Woods for me. So I won't compare myself to him. But no, it just showed that it's possible and that we're well prepared on the DP Tour to compete to a higher level.
I read on PGAtour.com, you've really embraced America, for quite a while now. It wasn't overnight. But you did go to your first hockey games, right? Talk about that experience of seeing hockey because you hadn't seen any of it before.
I loved it. It became one of my favorite sports. I came from someone who never watched hockey to someone who watched all the Panthers games, so it's different. But yeah, I just love how you guys in America promote sports in general. it's a show. It's big. Fans are coming with huge crowd. They cheer for the team. It's just such a great atmosphere. And this is why I like so much being here in America, because all the sports, football, hockey, golf, and more baseball, obviously, is just so much different. It's more kind of the atmosphere that you can find into soccer back in Europe, and it's great that you can have such a great experience in many different sports here in America.
Did you know that there was fighting when you first started going to games? And
Yeah,
what do you think of the fighting?
Yeah, well, it's part of the game. It's part of the game. Of course, you have to protect the players, the integrity of the players for sure, but it's part of the game, and I think the crowds love it. I haven't watched a game yet where, in person, where they were fighting, so I can't talk a lot about it, but yeah, I can wait to see my first fight.
Last year was your first time here. What were your impressions of the course, the South course in particular, and I assume you would be in favor of the Genesis moving here if that comes to pass?
Yeah, I think, which is nice, it's a tough course. No offense to easier golf course, but I'm not like a huge fan when scores get to between 20 and 30 under. I think it relates too much to the putter. Here it's really a ball striking golf course, and I like to see how intense and well committed to the shots you have to be if you want to play great. And I think this is why I kind of fell in love with Torrey the first time I played it. And of course, as you said, South Course is a beast. We know that from the previous US Open and also the Farmers over the years, but it's just a phenomenal golf course to test your game. And obviously, if Genesis can come back here in a few weeks, that would be a very nice test of golf with the best player in the world.
Do you feel like it would be an advantage? Because there was a thought originally, let me rephrase it, that some guys might drop out this week, so they didn't play the same course twice in a short span. But do you think it's an advantage for you guys that are playing this week to then come back?
Yeah, I think it could be. It's just that when you're facing tough golf courses, I feel like the more you play on them, the more comfortable you get. I mean, the fairway are much tighter than most of the fairway we play all year. The greens are definitely firmer this year. The rough is thick, so why not playing 2 times? I think it's probably a great warm-up for an even bigger tournament, which might be in like 15 days.
Last year, you were unable to play the South Course before the tournament due to the weather.
Yeah.
How or in what ways did that maybe help you go on to win?
I think it helped me so much. Like people would be maybe like surprised about like, oh, the guy doesn't know the course, it's not gonna help him. But for me, I had like no expectations. So that day, basically, I just walked on the golf course with a putter, and it was foggy. I couldn't see from the tee to the fairways to the green. So it was like no expectation. I didn't know like how tight could be the fairway, how long could be the golf course. I was just like rolling few putts on where I possibly could have putts to the pins. So my expectations were really low. And then when I show up, it was just one shot at a time. Wasn't really focusing on any scoring and how tough could be the golf course. So obviously I had a good one. I shot like 700 that day on Friday. And then I went to the media and talked to everybody, and they were amazed about the performance. And me, I kind of didn't realize. And it's only when I got Saturday and I started playing again on the weekend, and I was like, well, that's for sure not an easy golf course, because I struggled to shot level that day. And then by all the people telling me like it's a tough golf course, it kind of get in my mind that it was tougher than I thought for sure.
On the first tee box on the South Course in tournament, what were you telling yourself knowing you'd walked it with your caddy but you hadn't really played it?
Yeah, not telling many things. It's just committed to the process. Every tee shots are the same. It's all about having a nice a nice practice swing, a good picture of the shot you want to hit, a good breathing. It's really important, and then just try to commit to the shot and hit it the best you can.
And then obviously with coming from the DP World Tour, winning on the PGA Tour, a lot of doors opened kind of worldwide, even more so than just playing on the DP World Tour. What will you remember most from that 12 years that really impact you the greatest?
I think it's really failure. We keep saying this, but you can achieve great things before you fail many times. And I had like so many different failure in my career. Like when I was on a mini tour back in Europe, I failed to graduate to Challenge Tour for like $4 over a year, which is nothing. It's not even a shot. And then I went back to Q School, got the Q School, and went on Challenge Tour. And then Challenge Tour, the same, great year, started great, and then dropped few spots, and I had to finish second on the one of the last tournament to get my card. And again, it was like this till I finally won on tour a year and a half ago in Spain. I lost many times before succeeding, and I think it just made me a better player because the more you fail, the more you learn about yourself, and it's all about this and the process. So this is like, that was a long travel a long experience to get there, but when you're at the top, you feel just more comfortable and more prepared.
Where's the surfboard you received last year, and have you been able to get up on it and ride any waves?
It's in my living room. I don't surf. I tried, but I don't surf. It's just like a unique piece. I want to make sure I can see it for the rest of my life because it's one of my best souvenirs. So it's right there. I have my TV watching the Panthers game and my surfboard on the right side of it.
Have an offbeat one for you. Favorite all-time club in your bag and why? Either as a kid or...
Yeah, I don't have really a favorite club. I think I'm a good driver of the ball and a pretty good putter. So if I have to go with any clubs, it would be maybe driver and putter.
Not like that one that's been super special?
No, I don't have really a club. I'm not like someone very superstitious or very like into, I like that club. The little superstition that I have maybe is like when I warm up, I go always like 8, 6, 4 clubs in my bag. So it's like kind of a ritual, but I don't think it's really superstitious. It's just a routine.
So you do the evens then the odds?
No, only evens.
Only evens?
Yeah, only evens.
Okay.
But my favorite number is the 7, so it's complicated.
That's great.
All right. Any more questions? Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Matthew.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate the time.
Thank you very much.